Marvelous morning to everyone. My dears, today I have come up with a new English literature poem in your 7th standard, that is sonnet. Already you know about rhyming words, is it? Look over these two paragraphs. The croak is crowing, the stream is flowing, the small birds twitter, the lake doth glitter. The oldest and the youngest are at work with the strongest. The cattle are grazing, their heads never rising. You just observe here which are the rhyming words you come across in these two paragraphs. Already you have learnt about this in your previous years. Is it? Which are those? Yes, my dears, that is crowing, flowing, twitter, glitter, youngest, strongest, grazing, rising. And how many lines a paragraph has? 4 lines, is it? Do you know a paragraph which has 14 lines? Yes, that is nothing but sonnet. Sonnet is a 14-lined poem, which is your 4th poem in your 7th standard, written by Toru Dutt. Let us have a look over Toru Dutt. She was born on March 4th, 1856 in Kolkata. She is a Bengali translator and poet from the Indian subcontinent who wrote in English and French. She was died on August 30th, 1877 in Calcutta itself. This is all about your writer, Toru Dutt. Let us have a look over your textbook. Sonnet. Do you have a park in your town? Has it trees, plants and bushes, or more space is given to lawns? What do you think a park must have, trees or lawns? Which looks more beauty and why? Means here the poet is asking questions to you. Have you seen a lawn? Here lawn means grassland. And have you ever seen a plants? Yes, a trees, long trees? Yes. What should a garden consist of? It should consist of both lawns as well as trees. Is it? Park consists of lawns as well as trees, so that everybody will admire the park and it admires the beauty of the park. Is it? Here she is explaining about a park or a lawn which is covered all over her home. Just see, a sea of foliage grids our garden round, but not a sea of dull, unvaried green. Sharp contrasts of all colors here are seen, the light green graceful tamarins abound. Amid the mango clumps of green profound, and palms arise like pillars grey between, and over the quiet pools the seameals lean. Red and startling like a trumpet sound, but nothing can be lovelier than the ranges of bamboos to the eastward, when the moon looks through the gaps, and white lotus changes into a cup of silver. One might soon, drunken with beauty then, or graze and graze on a primeval Eden in amaze. Here she is explaining about a garden which is in her bungalow. In her bungalow, she has a garden, and in that garden, she has different kinds of trees. And she is saying that a sea of foliage grids our garden round. Means here she is comparing her garden to a sea of foliage. Here, how far we can see, it looks like a end of a. It does not have any end, is it, to the sea like that? Here, when she looks over a garden in home, it looks like a sea of foliage. Means especially growing leaves, all the leaves on a particular plant or tree. Here, she is comparing her garden to a sea of foliage. Is it? So that is a metaphor when we refer it to the grammar of English, that we can observe it. She used a metaphor. But not a sea of dull unvaried green. Means she is telling that not only a green color is there in our garden, there is a sharp contrast of all colors are seen. Means different kinds of leaves, different colors of leaves, different colors of flowers is there in a garden. Means sea of dull unvaried green. This is also a metaphor what she is using in a poem. That not only a dull green color means when the leaves turn into yellow color. Okay, yellow or orange color, when they came to fall off, then they will turn into yellow color. Okay, here she is saying all the contrast is there. Next, the light green graceful tamarinds abound, means a sweet tamarinds are also there in our garden, and also a amid the mango clumps green profound, means very thick green color mango, bunches of mangoes are there in our garden. They enhance the beautiness of our garden. And the palms arise like pillars grey between and over the quiet pools the Samuels lean. Here the palm trees arise in between the tamarind and the mango, just like a pillars. Okay, here in our garden the palm tree arise like a pillar in between the tamarind and the mango. Here she is using the simile, means which is similar in things, and palms arise like pillars grey. Here like, whenever we come across a like comparison between two things, then it is a grammar which refers simile. Here she said that pillar. What is pillar? Pillar means it is a tall vertical structure of stone, wood or metal used as a support for a building or an ornament or a monument. Okay, and Samuels lean. The quiet pools Samuels lean, means she is saying that in the pool of water, the Samuels lean, means they are seeming to be lean into the quiet pool of water. Okay, here Samuels means these are the flowers which blossoms during the summer. Okay, and she is using a metaphor here. Quiet pools, silent pools. Okay, this is nothing but metaphor. And red and startling like a trumpet sound. Here these flowers are very red in color, and when they blossom they just make some kind of sounds just like a trumpet sound. Means here she is using again, like she is comparing the trumpet sound to the startling. Okay, startling. So here she is comparing the trumpet sound to the startling of a flower. Startling of a flower. So here the simile is red and startling like a trumpet's sound. Next, but nothing can be lovelier than the ranges of bamboos to the eastward. When the moon looks through their gaps and the white lotus changes into a cup of silver, one might swoon. Means she is telling that, but whatever there may be in a garden, but those are all never looks like a lovelier, just like a moon which is appearing in between the gaps of the bamboos, and also lotus which turns its color into the silver color during the night time. Okay, during the night time when we can see the moon through the gaps of the bamboo sticks, then lotus also looks like a silver cup, means silver lotus. Here she is using again simile. Lotus looks like a silver cup. Okay, lotus looks like a silver cup. She used like, she is comparing a lotus and a silver cup. So that is simile. Next one, drunken with white beauty then or graze on a primeval Eden in amaze. Means whenever we come to the garden, we feel very happy. We can graze, means we can graze through our eyes with happiness by seeing a garden with lots of flowers which have been blossom in our garden, and it looks like a historian heaven. Means here primeval Eden means it is nothing but a historical heaven. In history we come across heaven, hell, like that. Here also we can see the heaven by observing a round moon in between the gaps of a bamboo sticks. Okay, now let us move on to the meanings which they have given in our textbook. The first one is foliage. Sorry, lawn. Lawn means grassland. Second one is foliage. Leaves, especially growing leaves, all the leaves on a particular plant or tree. Next one is profound, means deep. Clump, a group of trees or plants, bushes, etc. growing together. Soon, faint, especially from extreme motion. Amaze means great wonder. With great wonder, we are seeing the natural beauty in our garden. And figures of speech, here are two figures of speech, that is simile and metaphor. Simile means it is a figure of speech that directly compares two different things by using like or as. Metaphor means it is a figure of speech which makes hidden comparison between two things, not using the word like or as. It directly refers to one thing by the another. Similes and poems arise like pillars grey, like is used here. Red and red, startling like a trumpet sound, again like is used. Lotus looks like a silver cup, here also like is used. Next, metaphor of the poem. Sea of foliage means she is comparing she with the foliage. Sea of dull unvaried green, quiet pools, no use of like or as, but still they have comparison, so that is called metaphor. Then questions which are referred to this sonnet. Who wrote the poem sonnet? Answer yourself. Yes, you are right, that is Torudutt. And next question is, what grey pillars arise between the mango and the tamarind trees? Palm trees. Yes, your guessing is right. You have observed the video in a beautiful manner. Yes, you are right, that is palm trees. Then profound. What is the meaning of profound? What is the meaning of profound? Yes, deep. You are right. Profound means deep. Yes, my dears, in today's class we have learnt about the sonnet written by Torudutt. Bye-bye. We shall see with your new chapter in your next class. Okay, I hope all of you have understood the meaning of sonnet and also what is actually the sonnet, that is 14 lines poem. I'm very thankful to you, my dears, just because you are observing this video and analyzing the teaching which I have taught you. Okay, thank you.